Hi, I'm Jules Mitchell. Welcome to the Huffington Post Thrive series. Today's class is, or today's little short segment is about twisting. We've got Anna and Christine here. We're going to show you a few different ways of twisting. So you can use any chair. These happen to be yoga chairs with the back taken out, which allow you a huge variety of options in your poses. I'm going to assume you don't have one of these at home, so but I will assume you have a regular chair. So we're just going to treat it like a normal chair. I'm going to have them go ahead and swivel to the right in the chair. And then Anna's going to move off the chair just a little bit so that she has some room to twist, exactly. And then you're going to go ahead and twist yourself to the right. Make sure that your feet are planted firmly. And you're just going to reach for the back of the chair and use that as leverage to give yourself a twist. Now, some of the things that you'll tend to do is you'll tend to turn the pelvis, which I don't want you to do. So generally, you'll hear in yoga classes that if the knees are in line, you haven't turned the pelvis. And that's a very good cue, but I want you to take it a little bit further and really feel what the pelvis is doing. It's like that left thigh has to pull back and anchor into the pelvis. The knees won't be able to move if you're doing the work in the hips. You feeling that? Great. If you struggle with that, one of the options you can do is put a block in between your feet. Go ahead and squeeze that, and that will kind of bring some attention to your legs and help stabilize you. So you can take the block to the other side. And then go ahead and untwist. Go ahead and swivel around in the chair so you're facing the other way. And when you're ready, you'll go ahead and twist to the left. And go ahead, Christine. And when you twist to the left, you really want to make sure that you don't shift or translate your ribs. When you twist to either side, I should say. Christine likes to do that. I'm going to have her untwist for a moment. She likes to twist and move her ribs to the right. So I'm going to have her move in a very controlled way. So go ahead. Nice. And it's those right back ribs that need to keep moving forward, and those left front ribs need to keep moving back. And because I'm adjusting her here, she's losing the work in the legs. Because she doesn't want to move this way, so she'll figure out a different way to do that by twisting from the pelvis. You all right? Good. Couple more breaths. And then slowly untwist. I'll take the chairs. Go ahead and sit down on the mat with your legs stretched out in front of you. Good. So we have a couple more variations of a twist. If you don't do well sitting in this position, please put a blanket underneath your pelvis. In fact, I'm going to do that for Anna, just because. And then what you're going to do from this position is you're going to pull your right knee in and put your right foot flat on the ground. Great. Take your right hand, place it on the floor behind you. You can use a block if you'd like, just for a little bit of leverage. Christine's arms are long, so are Anna's. She doesn't need them. Need the block, I do. And then go ahead and stretch your left arm straight up. And when you do this, I'd like for you to be careful to not puff your chest up. A lot of times you'll hear the cue, inhale, lift your chest. And what ends up happening is you end up going to this little back bend, right? So will you demonstrate that if you can't? Yeah, so that's not what we want. We actually want the back ribs and the side ribs and the front ribs to all lift. And then from here, you're going to start to turn to the right without shifting your ribs. And you're going to go as far as you can, and then you'll hook your elbow over the knee. If hooking is not an option, then you can just wrap the elbow around the knee. But either way, I don't want you to have to go into this deep bend in order to get there. I really want you to work on the twist and how the rib cage needs to mobilize in order to achieve these poses. Great. Go ahead and come out. Let's do the other side. Once the left knee is bent in, place your left hand on the floor on a block behind you. Stretch your right arm up. This is great, you guys. And then go ahead and start to turn to the left. Really get the back right ribs moving forward. Good. And those front left ribs moving back. Excellent. And it's that the ribs and the muscles of the core are doing all of the work, so that the arm is just like decoration, really. You're not using the arm to leverage. You first use the muscles of the core to move, and then the arm can help you out a little bit in the end. Good. One more breath here. And then slowly untwist. I'm going to have both of you just go into a forward bend, stretch both of your legs out. It's nice after doing some twists to do a neutral pose. So you can go at any forward bend you want. That's probably pretty good. Just so you don't walk around uneven the rest of the day. Thank you for tuning in to your daily dose of yoga. We'll see you here next week or on udaya.com.